Have you recently heard of the trend of starting your own business? Maybe have you seen the plethora of TikToks about making your own business or of people advertising the objects they sell in their business? Well, if you have, then you know how popular it has become in the past few years, and if not, well, now you have. As society continues to evolve increasingly, the popularity of owning your own small business has gone up exponentially. And it has provided jobs for millions of people. I've actually been surrounded by people who've owned their own business or small business my entire life. Me, my sister, and her mom own a business. My cousin owns a business and a small business. We own a small business, then my cousin owns a small business and she's been doing it for about 23 years. Then my granddad has owned his own big business for the past 43. He owned it for 43 years before he retired. So I've had a lot of practice with businesses. Hi, my name is Madeline Jones, and in this speech, I will be explaining how to start your own business. Today we'll discuss how to choose what to do, how to start it, and how to advertise for it. First, let's start with how to choose what to do for your business. There are two main categories: selling goods and selling services. If you're gonna sell goods, you're gonna sell stuff like t-shirts, jewelry, hair bows, food, shoes, stuff like that. If you sell services, on the other hand, it'd be like a mowing business, cleaning houses, cleaning shoes for people, detailing cars, stuff like that. When deciding between the two, you need to consider which you'd enjoy more: selling popular items or items that either you can make or that will make other people's lives easier, or selling a service, which would be something that either you find enjoyable, you're really good at, or you do just to make people's lives easier. And essentially, it's just a sellable action that you're capable of. Also, consider what other businesses near you are doing. If I were you, I would look up small businesses in the area or go out to some and check them out. So you can limit the amount of competition you have to deal with, because if there's a huge amount of competition that you deal with every day, it's going to be a whole lot harder to make profit. After choosing your product or service, you should compare it with other small businesses in the area and make sure, if you do decide to do something similar to someone, make sure it's not the exact same thing. Like if their signature thing to do is when they make t-shirts, they put all their writing in cursive, don't put yours in cursive. If their signature thing to do when they make jewelry is all their jewelry is gold, make yours silver, stuff like that. Something that just sets you out from everyone else. Even if it's just in the way that you package it or how sustainable you are with shipping it back and forth, stuff like that. And basically you just want to be original in some way, shape, or form, or just invent your own idea. It's completely up to you. Next, let's talk about starting your business. First, you need to consider your financing, of course. In order to create products or provide a service, you have to have some money. So in my opinion, I recommend you start with startup money, which is basically where you go out and sell things you no longer need or no longer use. And that way, if you lose money when you first start and it takes a while to get off your feet, at least the money that you lost was directly made for your business and not money you had already made from your job in your bank account or something. And even if you don't have anything, you could start out with absolutely nothing. I've actually heard stories of people asking other friends if they can sell things for them and then they'll get half the profit for it. And people have started their own successful businesses off that. So the opportunities are endless. After acquiring your startup money, you should not immediately quit your job just because you want to have a steady inflow of money, because a lot of times businesses do not kick off the first 1 or 2 days. It takes a while and you have to give yourself some liberty so that you just don't go bankrupt 2 weeks after starting your business. If I were you, I'd I would definitely keep your job for as long as you can either handle it or until your sales start like increasing exponentially all the time. If you have like a steady inflow of like 5 people a day, if you can live off of that, sure, go ahead. But if you're like from 5 people, it's 10, 15, 20, 25, up like that, then I would definitely consider quitting your job at that time and pursuing your small business or large business. Now, as you hopefully start to make startup money for your business, and you also have the money from your job, you're gonna want to have a separate bank account because you don't want all your funds getting mixed up, and you also want to be able to keep track of your purchases, the money you're making, and all of the money that flows in and out of your bank account. So set up a bank account that is dedicated to your small business and label it that. I actually learned to do this for our business after reading the article How to Start Your Own Business in 9 Steps on September 20, which was accessed on September 26. Now that you've settled your finances, you'll need to work on development of your small business. You need to get an idea of what you want to do with your business and plan down in detail and revise and edit it. Next, and after that, you want to choose where to sell. Etsy, Facebook, anywhere you can think of, essentially. And once you finish that, you'll need to advertise it. So make your website pretty, appealing to the eye. If you do Facebook, post about your Facebook. Tag people in your post. If you have any other form of social media, post about your small business. Tag other people. Let other people know. Do like promotions, stuff like that. And after that, once you finish all of that, the only thing you have left is getting a business license, which for some areas is rather easy and for others it's a little more difficult. Really, you just have to figure out what business license you need personally. You need to find out where you can get it from. You need to do the paperwork that comes with it, and then of course purchase it, and you'll be pretty much all set. This is where you're keeping your job and your startup money comes in, however, because you'll need to have, it's a couple $100 depending on where you live. It's the most expensive part of this whole process, and it's a huge part of it as well. So today we discussed how to start a small business by 1, choosing what to do for your business, 2, how to start it, and 3, how to advertise for it. In conclusion, if you're looking to start a small business, this speech is a simplified version of how, and I hope that it helps you get started in your wonderful journey. I would highly encourage you to follow your dreams and start one if that is what you're interested in. Thank you for listening.